Alright, back in action for some more StarCraft 2. This is the last round for best of ones, guys. This is the round of 16 we're currently in. Again, update yourself with the brackets by typing !brackets in chat to get a link. The quarterfinals, the next round, is when all the best of threes begin. So if one of these two can make it through, they'll get to play a little bit more comfortably in a best of three scenario. At any rate, spawning in the top left corner of Habitation Station, the Blue Terran player from Evil Geniuses, I present to you Xenocider.
And in the top right, from Team Skill Forged, in the orange, it is our Zerg player, Senin.
It's a little unfortunate the Zerg decal kind of cuts off the last part of their logo. Just barely. Like in the lower right.
Let me see.
It clips a little bit on the bottom too.
Yeah. Yeah, Skill Forged, yeah.
Not a big deal, of course, but I love the fact that Blizzard introduced those, even if it's just small things. Like, some players have hilarious ones, some players have very serious ones, and some team logos actually look really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's anything to make the team, you know, show themselves a bit more.
Have you seen Targa's?
Yeah, I haven't seen the logo, but I know what the team's called.
It's Hearthstone's face.
No way.
Yeah, his team, for those who don't know what we're talking about here, Targa's own clan, and like ass to mouth or whatever. It's a bit of a joke clan, but yeah, when we were casting him versus Snoot, Zombie Grub and I were so like surprised / taken back. We like just sit there for like the first minute of the game, giggling at the stupid little logo above the command center, or sorry, hatchery, I guess in that case. But
yeah.
But I think my favorites have got to be the faces. You got like Grubby with Grubby's face. You got Golden with his own face.
Yeah. Oh, you really haven't seen that one.
I was kind of hoping, we were talking about it too, like for players that use the logos, or not just players, but like even the joke clans, I'm really impressed that there's been no like penises or something really inappropriate.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
like you scout your opponent's base.
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah, you scout your opponent's base, the first thing you see is like a cartoon dick or something. Like, how do you react to that?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that when they first announced it, because, you know, like on, you know, back in the days when I used to play like a bit of Counter-Strike and stuff like that, and people would have these like custom spray things you spray on the wall.
Oh, be like naked girls, because you want people to stop and look.
Chicks, and stuff like that. So that was like the first thing I thought about when they released it, but yeah, I haven't actually seen anything of that.
That was the worst too, like, because I would totally be that guy who'd stop and look and then get shot from the side. I'm like, oh, I should have known better.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Reaper coming out as Xenocider is the opener this time.
And he only made one, actually.
Yeah, but
that's a bit interesting.
That's kind of the dynamic shift, though, of Europe to North America, though. We see a lot of these sort of strategy changes, even albeit slightly. Ooh, barely couldn't get that drone, sadly. But it makes sense, because whereas a lot of the times you see 3 Reapers being the more common thing now, Habitation Station is an awful map for Reapers, specifically because of the way this entrance to the main works. For those who don't know, these little doodads and add-ons near the ramp, you can't jump up those. So there's only one spot you can jump up with Reapers.
Yeah.
Makes them terribly ineffective.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I was thinking, is this making the reactor behind that? And sometimes you see people make the reactor and then they make like 1 Marine and then 1 more Reaper. But as you pointed out, this map really unfavorable for Reaper, so it makes a lot more sense for him to just get 1 Reaper and like scout the gas, like if he's getting speed or something like that. And then just, you know, sit back outside with that 1 Reaper and then get the Hellions where they contain. So yeah, good point there, and looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
Senin managed to sneak some links out, as you would expect, going towards the natural base, but they're so late. Nice. I mean, these are supposed to be out earlier to kill the SCV that's building the command center.
I was gonna say nice, but then I just remembered that Senin, I mean, it's an obvious opener for this map to go gasless, like, because, you know, there's no big threat of the Hellion Reaper really, because it's kind of easy to defend your third if you get the creep down, and the Reapers don't really have that much potential to do damage, so it's pretty normal to see gasless on this map, so.
Nice micro there to Xenocider, and loses 1 Marine to that.
Yeah, that's a good trade there. But yeah, so he didn't go with the speed. So I was thinking if those 4 links had speed, it might be more dangerous. But, you know, Xenocider had those 2 Marines and the Hellion, so he's fine there.
Well, this quicker medevac's got me a little bit curious what Xenocider is going to be up to. This is a map where normally dead space can be a problem, but Senin's actually got 2 Overlords just kind of hanging out in that 1 spot. The other dead space spot that's notorious is this one over here, more towards the ledge of the gold, but still, he's going to have both spots in view, so if it's going to be a Hellion drop, it's not going to get in undetected like you would normally want it to.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I was thinking a little bit, because when you only make 1 Reaper, you're obviously going to have more gas to work with, so he's putting, you know, some of that gas into that early starport. Looks like it's still going to be like an economic build, like I'd imagine he's going to throw down the third base soon.
I thought this was going to be Hellions carried across the map. He's actually going to drop Marines in the main, probably try and draw all the attention there and run the Hellions up through the natural, which could actually be incredibly effective.
It could be, yeah, because...
Or it just might be a brute force push.
Yeah, because speed is not quite finished, so this could do a little bit. Those queens might be actually in trouble. He only has 2 queens. He doesn't have 3, like you see sometimes. This might actually do quite a bit.
There's still the links that have been held back, though. They don't have metabolic boost. They're waiting for metabolic boost to engage, but if they wait too long, all the queens will go down.
Look at the production tab. There's like drones and now queens.
Oh my gosh. And on the ramp, too. I mean, even if you got speed, he's taking a fight on the ramp versus Hellions. This is not the way you want to engage. There's still Marines alive behind this. Senin taking a lot of damage. All the queens now dead. These drones have been left unprotected.
Oh my god.
Line them up.
Oh my god.
Line them up. They pulls the drones into them, but the Marines are going to be a big enough threat if the Hellions aren't. Oh my god. 19 workers dead at this point. All the queens gone, and Lings flooding into a fight they can't hold. Senin looking really bad right now.
Wow, he's already taking way too much damage. Oh, and he's gonna...
Even if he cleans this up. But even if he does clean it up, which he doesn't, Medevac pixel his units up.
Yeah.
It's just been too much. I mean, he's got no queens for injects. Okay, sorry, he just made a couple, but I mean, there's almost this third base isn't going to be saturated anytime soon. If he stops the drones, Xenocider's going to be able to push again.
Yeah.
I mean, and this was all done without stim pack. Let's note about that too. I mean, this was a very naked push. Exactly. Another queen goes down.
Wow. I mean, look, he's got 8 drones at the natural, and Xenocider is fully saturated at his, with the 3rd on the way. Oh my god. So, I mean, why did all of this happen? I mean, if we look at Senin's vision, he's seen nothing. Like, he didn't scout the starport. He didn't have it in the back of his mind. Like, he wasn't ready for it to any stretch of the imagination. Like,
I don't think it was just the starboard, though. I mean, there was no spine crawler down. He wasn't anticipating that Hellion push. He thought queens could just hold it, but as you pointed out, he only did 2 for creep spreading, not 3, not 4, and certainly not 5 by any means.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but like, you know, even if you see the starport, you might be thinking a little bit to yourself, like, oh, okay, there's probably going to be some aggression coming here, so maybe I should make some, like, a few more lings. Like, imagine if you had like 10 speedlings there with those queens. That would be a completely different story, but he had like almost nothing. Speed not finished, and yeah, I just think he wasn't like mentally prepared for it. Like,
well, we got the second push ready, and it's 16 army supply at the moment, and a good portion of that is queens. A roach warren coming down now, but it's not going to be finished in time. There won't be roaches. There's no baneling nest. For Senin, this is looking all but over. I mean, he has got no banelings. He's got no potential to deal with the Marines, and forget the Marines for a second, to deal with the Hellions that followed us up as well.
Yeah. It's not looking too great, and this 30C is going to be able to lift into the gold soon. He's got 5 barracks working, he's got double upgrades on the way.
For Xenocider, like, he's seen the base of Senin. He knew there was no Bailey Nest. He saw no Roach Ward on the first attack. He might think, okay, maybe my opponent's built some in the meantime, but I mean, this is the perfect opportunity to push. And he's playing really safe, but this is not an opportunity where you don't have to play safe. You can A move in this scenario.
Yeah. No scans going down. There's like a lot of creep here, but maybe not enough units.
Big links around. Hellions are not being microed at all, actually, but yeah, there might still just be too many Marines.
Yeah, they're tanking for the Marines pretty well still, even if they...
There's 2 more medevacs over here doing nothing, and some Widow Mines who can get involved in the fight too.
That's some useful healing that he...
I wouldn't say useful, I'd say necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the difference of him winning this fight versus destroying this fight.
Yeah. And he didn't kill any creep, so Senin actually pretty good hold there.
And he actually, I think, only lost like 1 or 2 workers beyond that.
Yeah, that was not too bad at all.
That was an attack without banelings. That was an attack, or sorry, a defense without banelings. That was a defense against roaches. I mean, from an objective standpoint, that was a biblically good fight, but
yeah,
you know, it's not going to exactly win him the game. A counterattack is on the way, but it's so limited on what it can do.
Yeah, Senin is still way too behind. Like, he took way too much damage before, but still, that was a pretty nice hold. Sure, that was a bit of a mistake there from Xenocider not having those medivacs with him, but Senin not overdroning there. Like, he made units at the right time to just have enough to not take too much damage. So, solid macro there, knowing when to make units and when to make drones, unlike in the early game. But yeah, Xenocider now mining from the group. He's still miles ahead. He's got 2-2 on the way. Yeah, still looking really good for him.
Dropping the main, and the big thing here is going to be confirming that there's still no banelings ready to respond to these Marines. When a baneling nest is on the way, but at this point, again, too little, too late. Pushing the third when this happens. Oh my god, he can't even clean up the Marine drop. That's like the worst part about this.
Marines killing roaches. Like, the roaches doesn't have any upgrades except for their armor, so
Well, we've got enough Marines and they've stimmed. This is...
It's a lot of medivacs as well.
Wood-mine hit's going to go off as well. Roaches are... they just
the
barely
main
don't have the
is still
DPS.
Yeah. He's taking
Xenos-
damage on 2 fronts.
Xeno's won this game, guys. Like, at this point, I hate being that guy who's like the negative Nancy, but for Senin, I applaud what he's trying to do, and he's taking good fights. The problem is he just doesn't have the economy to support like this constant aggression. And Xenocider is not only on even workers, if not more workers, he's on a gold base too, beyond this.
Yeah. He's got more production coming down, like 8 barracks gonna be finished total soon, and
Jones in the
he's
next
using so many
one.
drones. No GG.
No GG.
He's not happy with that.
43 workers killed in the end, guys. Not too shabby out of Xenocider. That push. Actually, you know what's...
Yeah.
Bunny, Liquid Bunny did something not too different than that when he played against Snoot, going for these really, really aggressive Marine pushes with some Hellions peppered in, and if done correctly, we can see they work really well.
Yeah, and if you mix them in like at the right time versus your opponent, like if your opponent is not ready, like we saw, you know, just 8 Marines and a medivac can do so much damage if you like get momentum with it, and there's not enough units to push it back. You can just do so much damage, and it did.
Yeah, it did. I'm going to hop